Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Glad you're here. Today's Red Mic message. I support tax cuts for millionaires. I know the title says some millionaires, but basically I actually support tax cuts for everyone. I think we should tax less and spend a lot less, but let's get into this. I'm going to start today by saying something that might upset some people because I'm going to argue for tax cuts for millionaires. No, I have not lost my mind, but I did read the news. You might have seen it too. I read it and I was like, this can't be right. And my eyebrows were almost permanently up in a state of, astonishment. Wow. Sam Darnold, starting quarterback, won the Super Bowl. Great moment, career highlight, biggest stage in the entire world for his sport. Then his tax bill showed up. California is sending Sam Darnold a tax bill that is larger than his Super Bowl bonus check. Think about that. You win $178,000 after winning the Super Bowl. They send you a tax check to $249,000. It not just cost him money it cost him more than he earned. That's crazy. That's stupid. That's crazy. And I got to tell you, I'm working. One of my contracts right now is with a guy who termed a phrase. I don't know if he invented it, but I like it. It's a little controversial. He uses it a lot. Californication. Okay. In fact, he probably didn't term it. It's probably from pop culture, and just something I've never watched. But Californication. So let all that sink in. Darnold didn't just lose money for the year, but for that achievement, for that win, the tax he owes California is more than the personal check he got for winning the Super Bowl. And no matter how you dig into how that happened or try to justify it, it's just wrong. California didn't just tax the bonus, they taxed a slice of his entire annual income, even money he didn't earn in California. That is so ridiculously stupid and unfair. And it makes me want to never try to earn any money whatsoever in California, or frankly, a lot of these, also ridiculously stupid and unfair states. Sam Darnold was physically present in California for a handful of days. He doesn't live there. He doesn't work there year round. California had nothing to do with developing him as a player, but he showed up, did his job, and left. And California uses something that they call duty days. They count game days, practice days, media days, and then they say, we're entitled to a percentage of what you earned for the entire year. And this is not a loophole, this is intentional. And yeah, people shrug and go, well, who cares? Sam Darnold's a millionaire. Cry me a river, must be tough, must be nice. Regardless of how much money he makes, it's just not right. The rule is wrong. And if the rule is wrong, it's wrong, and it's wrong. Imagine a Dallas Cowboys player, Texas resident, no state income tax, flying to California to play one game, 2 days in the state. They don't just tax the game check. They don't just tax the bonus. They say, we get a piece of your entire year. That is not taxing income where it's earned in any common sense way. That's taxing presence. That's leverage. And Sam Darnold is just the most visible example. Athletes aren't targeted because they're special. They're targeted because they're easy. They're targeted because people are, frankly, pissed off that they make more money than they do, because their lot in life is a little bit better than theirs, or maybe a lot better than theirs. And they're like, well, that's not fair. He should pay more. He does pay more. If you look at the progressive tax structure in the United States, he pays more simply because he earns more as a percentage of his income. But this is rape. Okay. This is financial rape. I mean, and it's unfair. They're targeted because they're easy. They have public schedules. They have public salaries, low political risk, because nobody loses an election squeezing pro athletes. You're not going to hear Congress saying, we should not tax these millionaires. That's how bad systems happen. They don't start with you. They start with somebody you don't feel sorry for. And once the principle is established, once the courts uphold it, it doesn't stay neatly contained. Today it's a quarterback, tomorrow it's a touring musician, then a consultant, then a remote executive, then somebody flying out for a conference. The only thing stopping this from spreading is not fairness, it's administrative friction. That has a historically easily proven way of disappearing. I am reluctantly advocating a tax cut for millionaires in this context. Our taxes are too high. We should pay less and cut a lot more. Sam Darnold doesn't need my help. but he is the canary in the coal mine because a system that can justify taxing more than the reward for winning a championship can justify a lot worse if it wants to. This is not about envy, it's about precedent. And if your only defense of a bad rule is, well, he can afford it, you're not defending justice, you're defending power. Fairness should not be income dependent. If a rule is unjust, it doesn't magically become just because the person affected has money. Governments don't self limit, they expand until they are challenged, not until things feel unfair. Bad systems start with easy targets like this. And if they can do it to somebody visible and popular, they can certainly do it to you at some point in the future. So think about that. In California, do better. That's today's Red Mike message. Hope you found it interesting or helpful. Hope some of my language wasn't too controversial. On another note, am I the only one that's sick of telling Microsoft, no, I don't want to use OneDrive? I've got a great big, huge 2 terabyte drive that I use for my backups. I'm good. Thank you. I don't want to put my crap on your cloud. But no, they keep nagging me every day over and over and over again. And Facebook, if you tell me that I don't have to log in on this device again, don't make me log in on this device again. Have some consistency, man. I've got a really good password on this computer. I'm fine with it. On another note, if you're in the Austin area, this guy I'm working for, he's doing an event at the Lago Vista Airport today at 11:30. If you've got time, come see me. If not, I understand. It's middle of the day, work and all that. Tomorrow night, I'm actually speaking at a event for this same guy in another event in Lago Vista. It's the North Lago Vista. Anyway, I'll post the address and time and everything if you want to come. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I would very much appreciate a like, a follow, and a share. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, I would appreciate a save because apparently save is the new currency on LinkedIn. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for being here. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon. I'll see you.